What's the biggest scam people still fall for? The old pyramid scheme still works despite being old and every trait of it being widely known. Sometimes you can't beat a classic. I have several clients that fell for the scam where when you do a password reset on a bank website and they text you a code to complete the password reset and the scammer calls you for the code. If you receive the code via text, never tell it to someone else. These Facebook posts imitating real companies saying you'd win whatever they're offering, despite the page being created hours ago and the only post being said giveaway. The comments are always tragic to read. Do you have a moment to talk about your car's factory warranty? Nigerian prince emails. I can't believe people still fall for them, but apparently it's a multi-million-dollar industry. Weight loss pills and weight loss tea. Reddit gold. You'll get a job at X organization if you pay X amount. It's always a scam. You never have to pay someone to work for them. Edit. Since I work in its sector, I was talking about that. This happens especially more to fresh out of college folks looking for a job. Multi-level marketing. Mobile games which are designed to be bad so they can frustrate you enough to buy their currency. Failing that, the game will feature spam clicking until you run out of energy, which will spawn a buy more energy pop-up, hoping you will buy lots of it by accident. Those phone calls that claim your social security number is suspended due to criminal activity. My own mom fell for this, unfortunately. Not gonna lie, I attended one of those pyramid scheme meetings at my friend's insistence and man, it was filled with low-income people and the whole thing was clearly targeted at them. Felt really bad seeing how they were being sold dreams of earning a lot of money and stuff. Such a scam. Those Microsoft scam calls. It works so well that they have offices now. Having to share, at least, your email address, plus permission to mail, with any company that you want to purchase a product from or interact with, just so they can spam your inbox with garbage marketing campaigns. Sure, you can unsub, use a non-primary email address, etc., but I still hate it. Maybe biased because I work for one of the world's largest big data marketing agencies. Buying a timeshare. Online charlatans that will share their secrets if you buy their course. Expensive coffins, diamond rings, bottled water, timeshare promos. Taking photos with the characters in Times Square, NYC. Hey babe, I've just come into some really great opportunities with this amazing team of women, and since that opportunity is still available, of course I thought of you. They're looking for hard-working ladies who want to empower each other by starting their own businesses. I know that sounds scary, but just wait until you see the paycheck at the end of it. You can be your own boss and take control of your finan. Lol, just kidding, could you imagine? We can't afford raises this year. Minus company that turns around and pays dividends to shareholders. Jim fucking Bakker. My nephew, who is around 22 or 23 now, is a youth minister. When he first started doing minister training or whatever it's called, he went to a camp that Jim Bakker and his son own and trained there for like a year. He's so young that he probably hadn't even heard of what the Bakkers are most famous for, being con artist pieces of shit, and I never talked about them around him because he was an adult choosing his own path. But man, did I hate it. To this day he's still good friends with Jim's son. Televangelists. If you tell me the truth I won't get mad. Minus mom/dad. I sometimes think about what happened to all that lulao. I was in the insurance industry as an auto damages appraiser. The biggest one is the anti-insurance body shop that will fight for you, or that pens itself as a quick fix shop, or that pays your deductible. No, they won't. Every one of those places is going to fuck you in the ass. Collision repair centers are absolutely 100% in a symbiotic relationship with insurance companies, because so fucking much of their business comes from insurance jobs. If the shop claims to hate insurance companies, run the fuck away, because if you use them, your life will get very aggravating, very quickly. You are not going to get factory parts for your fender / bumper job on your 2009 or even your 2015 car. The aftermarket fender and recycled fender are the same steel composition, and are certified, and it's not a safety issue, and your shop is lying to you when he says it just can't fit, even though I know damn well it does, and that those master certified body repair technicians are more than perfectly capable of straining out floor pans and quarter panels with nothing but elbow grease and an artist's touch, pull hammers, and copper studs. It never has been unsafe. It never will be for external body components. Besides, most legitimate shops just price match because the profit margins on factory parts are stupidly ridiculous anyway. The dealership where your shop gets those parts makes most of its money selling directly to customers like you and me, not body shops who essentially use them as local parts warehouses. Any shop that doesn't make you pay deductible as a standard practice either cuts corners or passes that on to their technicians. Shady shit is happening, and frankly it is unethical most of the time. I do not know a single sensible business that would strip 100 / 250 / 500 / 1000 / whatever the fuck your deductible is / off their bill. That is your responsibility as an insured to pay that to offset your premium and to absorb some of the risk involved in an accident. Any shop that tells you they can take you in immediately, without any prior notice by you, is going to fuck your life, especially if you have rental. They are just hoarding cars on backlog, and then charging storage, which is a massive gamble because either you are paying, or the insurance company is paying, and in the end you lose, because, more premiums later down the line. A good shop does not hold your still drivable car, and has a backlog of 1 to 4 weeks, maybe even a month. It is not an inconvenience. Expect this. Getting repairs done at a body shop is exactly like going to a busy restaurant. You know the food is good, and you have to make a reservation, but you fucking know there's a reason why the reservation system is in place. Piggybacking on the last bullet point, do not go to a body shop that has commercials. No body shop worth a shit should have commercials unless they are a national chain. That is money the shop could be using to train their staff, buy tooling and supplies, and generally making things better for the customer and the product. Remember, a good shop should be getting a severe backlog of customers, so why would they even bother to advertise? Do some fucking research before you go in, and trust your gut. Don't like the receptionist. Don't like the estimator's attitude because he thought you were too stupid to understand the repairs. Fucking leave. You can go to any shop you want by law, but if you can make a match in heaven with the insurance company and your preferences, then your claim, and by extension repairs and your rental, will be handled and approved faster because in-network shops are connected to the insurance company's claims submission systems and rental car systems, thereby completely abstracting the adjuster out of it for the most part save for updates, approvals on weird sheet, and a checkup on rental. You also receive lifetime warranties on the repairs from the insurance company, and also the shop. Once a car was at an in-network shop, the amount of labor went from an hour to less than 5 minutes of review and approval. Bill pay in gift cards, is that okay? Scientology. Penis enlargement pills. Nice try, op. Give us your credit card info and we'll tell you. Privatizing profits while socializing costs. Online reviews. A huge percentage of them are written by the seller, if good, or by a competitor, if not. Faith healing, where people are suddenly cured from cancer, blindness, and can walk again through the power of God. Essential oils. Go to college, get good grades and you'll get a good job. Give me $50 and I'll tell ya. The sauna slim belt was a thing in my country for almost a decade. People never lost an inch of fat, only got marks from the heat which the belt produced. Pure scam. Diamond rings. You waste thousands of dollars just for the ring, and if you don't, the idea is that you don't think it's worth anything. Annoys me so much. This is coming from a 22-year-old female. Raid. Shadow Legends. Going to a 4-year college without a solid plan for future employment. Free Robux scams. Hot MILFs near you. I fell for it my first time on the hub. College. Source. Went to college. Car washes. Hear me out. I have never had a pleasant experience at a car wash unless it was one of those do-it-yourself kind. I work a pretty dirty job, so every so often I need my car to be detailed, and I just don't feel like doing it myself as it needs to be really cleaned. Always go and ask for a basic 20 to 30 buck detail. I'm more worried about the inside than the outside. I always get attitude from workers, and yes, I have been to many a car washes minus all the same. They always want to upsell me on this and that, and when I say no they just huff at me. Then it's never done well. $30 and there is still dog hair all over my trunk. I have actually been scammed at a car wash twice. 2 different ones. One guy comes up to me and says he notices a crack in my windshield and would I like him to fill it for me so it doesn't get any worse. Talks all fancy explaining the process and product and says it'll only cost me $15. I thought he worked there and was just offering me an extra service. I decided to take him up on it. I agreed I didn't want the crack to spread. Shocker, he was not an employee but worked for some company that had a deal with the wash so that they could hover around and pick on unsuspecting people with this service. Turns out it was $15 company pay and they would bill the rest to my insurance. Like $200. I was a bit pissed. I luckily have a good relationship with my car insurance person and let her fight it, and she won, so I didn't have to pay any extra in the end. My car is going through when an actual employee this time comes and finds me and mentions some weird substance on the side of my car. I had noticed it too. I think it was road paint tbh. He asked if I wanted them to clean it off for me. I was a little confused as I had brought my car here to be cleaned, so I said yeah. Guy nodded and walked away. They tried to slap on a $50 extra charge. I went full Karen. Minus something I never do. I worked in retail all my life minus until they removed the charge. I really dislike car washes. Subscribe, like and comment if you hate outros. Begging you to subscribe, like and comment.